So it's what, February, right? You want to get super lean. Summer's in like a couple months from now, right? So I'm gonna teach you how to not be fat. I have an even better step-by-step guide on how to be ultra lean. But before we even start, here's another picture of how I look like. Uh. So yeah, this is literally the easiest step-by-step guide. If you are watching everybody else and you have seen no results, watch this video because I promise you, you're going to be less fat because you're probably fucking fat. So it's like four slides. If you can stick to with 4 slides, you could be great. Number one is diet. Stop eating bad food. If you're fat, bro, come on, bro. We know we all see you eat bad food. You're eating fat food. You're eating bad food. So stop eating bad food. Especially if you're starting off in the gym or you're starting off in a new weight loss journey and you have never, ever, ever, ever tried. First thing you want to do is just cut out all the bad food. And when I mean bad food, I don't mean like, oh, this is processed. Like, I don't want to eat that. No, I'm talking about like your 9 pizzas you eat before you go to bed. Like, cut that out. Like the 7 gallons of Sprite you drink before you go to bed. Cut that out. That's the first thing you want to start off with. Next, if you've been to the gym for, let's say, like 8 months, you are probably already like, consistent. Track your goddamn calories. The amount of people that I train like 7 people, and they don't track their calories. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, it's been month 3 since we started, and you still haven't tracked your calories. You say you want to be ripped, you don't know if you're ripped if you don't track your calories. And the easiest way for you to do that is MyFitnessPal. I'm not even sponsored. First off, I don't think they'll ever sponsor me. But I'm not sponsored, but it's free. Just go in there, type in whatever you're eating, and then boom, it's like it shows you your macros and everything. Now, like I go into a little bit more detail in another video, but the main thing you want to see is what your BMR is. Go to any free BMR calculator, type in your metrics and everything, it'll give you your base metabolic rate. If you're trying to lose fat, like pretty fast, 250. If you're trying to be an aggressive cut, 500. Blah, 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 blah. There's a little bit more nuance to that, but that's the basic metric you want to do. So track your goddamn calories because you don't know if you're losing fat if you don't track your calories. You're just walking to a place blind. Next is eating high protein. This should be obvious, There's some people out there that this is a metric that you could even just skip by, but 1 gram of protein for every 1 lb of, weight you have, So if you're 160 pounds, eat 160 grams of protein. Super simple, right? But people don't do it. I could fit in 200 to 220 grams of protein in a 2,000 calorie intake. What the fuck oh, this is my SolidWorks stuff. I'm also an engineer, Jesus. Anyways, it is super easy. There's a whole bunch of protein shakes, protein bars, foods you could eat like fish. Stupid easy. Next is finding food that you like. Once you get all those other things that you have done, find the food that you like. If you don't like chicken, but you like pork loins, that's fine. Eat some pork loins. If you're, you're halal and you don't eat pork, you have lamb. Lamb's also decently lean. You also have fish. So there's a whole bunch of different things that you can find that you personally like that also hits your protein goals and your macros. So it's not particularly difficult, but it's also not easy. It's gonna take time. You're gonna spend a lot of freaking money, but you're gonna be able to get there. And lastly, don't binge eat. When you're on a cut, typically you want to have your cut be 8 to 12 weeks. By like week 4, you want to binge eat. And by week 6, you're like, that table looks delicious. That's how hungry you're going to be. It's fine to have refeed days. That's not an issue. But do not have days where you have 7,000 calories intake because it's going to slow you down in the gym. You're going to wake up the next day all sluggish. You're going to be like, I don't want to go to the gym. I look like poop. Especially when you're like 9% body fat or 8% body fat and you eat like a high intake day, you're going to look so bloated. People are going to be like, what the hell happened to you? So try to limit your binge days as much as possible. If you need a refeed day, which it should be every 3 weeks, make it to where, number one, it's lean. It's not like full of junk food. You can have like 1 or 2 cupcakes here and there, but nothing too crazy. And lastly, make sure it's like something in which you could recover from so when you go to the gym the next day, you don't feel sick. Next is super easy. No, what the hell? Gym. This is the intensity I want to see you in the gym. Number one is work harder. Don't go to the gym with the mindset of I'm just showing up to the gym. Generally work harder. At least try. How do you know you're trying? Failure at least 2 times a week. So if you go to the gym 4 times a week, 5 times a week, at least 2 of those days, I want you to go to failure. That doesn't mean you have to kill yourself, but also doesn't mean that you're going there and you're just pushing shit. What you're supposed to go there is try to push your body, push yourself, And the best way to gain muscle, honestly, is just try a little bit harder. And like you're like, oh, this weight looks like it could probably kill me, but I could get like 2 more reps in. That's the way, and that's where you want to be at. Next is finding your favorite muscle group. I love doing chest. I have like giant man titties. Here's a picture of my man titties. I love working chest because I want to get rid of them. They also don't go away, by the way. Just FYI, for anybody who wants to know, your guy doesn't go away. So you can think about that when you go to sleep. If favorite muscle group is like legs or calves, work them out. The main reason why is I say when you have a favorite muscle group that you want to work on, when you go to the gym that day, you're like excited. You're like, bro, I'm gonna do freaking chest, bro. So you go in there, you start doing like probably like a decent amount of volume with a stupid amount of intensity. Is it really counterintuitive? Yeah, but you have that level of like I just really want to be there, and that positive mindset will continue into everything else that you want to do in the gym. So it comes to cardio, when it comes to other muscle groups, so on and so forth. So finding your favorite muscle group will allow you to actually perform better in the gym overall because you're going to start having a positive reinforcement with the gym. Also, you're gonna probably have the best gains of that muscle group. I could like bench like damn near 300. I weigh like 150 pounds. Next is work with purpose. The amount of like, okay, this is kind of mean, but the amount of beluga whales I see who just do leg extensions for 45 minutes straight, stinking up and sweating up that machine. And I'm like, okay, like I'm happy for them. They're trying to get in the gym and try to be better. And I look at the weight, it's like 5 pounds. And I'm like, what are we doing? We've been here for like 5 minutes. And I've seen you done 30 reps, but like you haven't even broken a sweat. You're like looking at your phone. You're not working out with purpose. When you go to the gym, the main thing is you want to have a program. There's a million different programs out there. I'm gonna drop mine in a couple days, but find any program that works with you. It doesn't even have to be freaking mine, but any program that works with you. And when you go to the gym, you're like, this is what I'm doing. This is how many sets I'm doing for this specific muscle group, how many reps I'm doing, what my rest is in between, and then move to the next one. When you have gym with purpose, you actually purposely make a better body. Ah, who would have thought? Now, next is intensity over volume. Volume has a lot of good metrics. It's really good for hypertrophy is the number one thing. On top of that, if you have any injuries, it allows you to still have muscle stimulus without actually fatiguing your tendons. And depending on what the exercise is, like abdomens and calves, they notoriously need high volume. But if you're doing bicep curls for 30 reps for 7 sets, you're not fucking working out. You're just wasting oxygen. Intensity over volume every single time. You're going to build more muscle if you actually put more effort. It's not about the gym. Isn't about how long I've been there. It's how much I can make out of the time that I'm there. Think of it like that. So when you're in the gym, look at him. Look like he's about to murder somebody. Have that 2 times a week, and you'll for sure get massive gains. Supplements. Oh my god, I hate creatine. Creatine is quite literally the most overrated thing in the world. It is $20, if I'm not mistaken. $20, right? For the same amount of money, you could buy this Ghost protein powder for $20. This is like the Costco version, right? There's a study out there. Pretend that I'm actually correct, but I'm just throw it out there if I can find it. I think your most amount of additional muscle mass you gain is 2%. If you just started out in the gym, you are going to be able to gain a stupid amount of muscle without creatine. If you've been in the gym for 1 year, at bare minimum, then creatine's an option. If you've been in the gym for 1 year and you actually have decent muscle growth, I'd say year 2 or 3 is when creatine's actually valuable. But for $20, you can spend that anywhere else. Same thing with protein shakes. Protein shakes are probably the most important thing that you're ever going to buy out of any over-the-counter supplement for weight training. I would take protein shakes over pre-workout. Pre-workout is for 2 things: getting the energy to be all hyped up and be able to get in there and have the mental stimulus to lift heavy, and 2 is to reduce fatigue while you're going in your gym session. So it's going to help you out with working out, but if you're not having that level of intensity in the gym, it's quite literally useless. You're just there to get that stimulus high. Instead, if you spent the $45, $35, $50, buy protein shakes instead. You know why? Because this will actually build you muscle. This won't. Pre-workout will not build you muscle. Protein shakes will. Multivitamins. This should go without saying, but multivitamins will not get you abs. The only thing that will get you abs is going to the gym and, working on your abs, and also eating better. The only multivitamins I believe that you should have is whatever the doctor is recommending you, and a fish oil. And a regular multivitamin. And that's basically it. You don't need anything else. You're probably not like this guy. There's a reason why he's here. You're probably not on any PEDs, which I'll have another video on. But you don't need any of these. So all of your money should be spent on more gym stuff. So if you could barely afford the protein shakes and the pre-workout and the supplements of this and the creatine, to spend more money on getting a gym membership that allows you to go during the time that you can. Gym accessories like a gym bag. Gym accessories like wrist straps and a belt so that you don't hurt yourself in the gym. And then what other extra stuff you need, like handlebars or whatever specific bar grips that you need so you can hit a specific muscle group. That is worth way more than anything else above that. Because no matter how many TRT and tests The Rock took, he can't be anywhere near the size he has if he cannot go to the gym. So it's just imagine how many people who are this size who only do calisthenics. I think it's very few. So spend more money on gym stuff. And lastly is mindset. Look at him. He's staring at you. Imagine that's me. I'm staring at you because you shouldn't be eating 19 different things before you go to bed, bro. Stop looking at the scale. Number one thing is it's a mindset thing. Stop looking at the scale. You are fat. Let me say this again. You are fat. It's going to take a while for you to not be fat anymore. So stop looking at the scale. You're going to look at the scale every single day and you'll be like, oh yeah, look, I lost 5 pounds. The next day, I only lost 3 pounds. The next day, I lost 0 pounds. What happened? You keep looking at the scale every day. Your body's going to fluctuate based off your intake, water retention, cortisol levels actually is one of them too. But it just takes a while for you to lose fat. It does. So stop looking at the scale. You want to track your gym progression before your body fat. And what I mean by that is your muscle size. If you could bench press from 115 to 135 pounds. If you could run a mile 30 seconds faster. Those are things that you should be tracking in the gym. Way before you track your body fat. That will take time. You will not see major differences in your body fat until week 4. Every 4 weeks. Week 4, week 8, week 12. That's why there's a 8 to 12 week program. It's not let's go track every single day and then miraculously we stop at week 8 and week 12. No, it's typically every 4 weeks. So look at your gym progression before your body fat. And it all comes down to just taking time. Bro, you're not gonna, what's it saying? Rome wasn't built in a day, your body wasn't built in a day. It's gonna take some time. As long as you show up every day, and you at least try. What I mean by show up, doesn't mean show up to the gym every day, but you show up every day when you wake up out of that bed. I wanna be better, I wanna look better, so I'm gonna make sure I take this out of my diet, I eat this today, if I go to the gym today, this is what I'm doing in the gym today, this is my routine. I'm going there, either today is with intensity, or today is just more of a, just getting in shape day. As long as you do that every single day, for 8 to 12 weeks, even if you're 25% body fat, you'll get down to 10%, or not 10%, 15%. And you're gonna look freaking amazing. And you know why you're doing that? Because you had a David Goggins mindset, bro. You're stopped looking at the scale and you're tracking your gym progression, but you're also understanding it just takes time. And that's fucking it, bro. That is it. It's 4 slides for you to be the most lean you've ever been, probably. And then I have another video on how to be stupid shredded. I'm talking about, look at this, bro. That's stupid shredded. It's the most easiest thing in the world. Don't overcomplicate the gym. Everybody overcomplicates the gym, and I'm here to just show you guys it ain't even that big of a deal. You're gonna get there. Just, if you don't believe in yourself, believe in me who believes in you.